Okay, here is a lesson on using commas, which means punctuating around the independent clause. Firstly, you have to know what the independent clause is. The independent clause is the part of the sentence that makes sense on its own. So, for example, here are two sentences. After the bell, everyone came to class. This is the independent clause because it makes sense on its own. You can just say everyone came to class, and that makes sense. This part, if you just walked up to someone and said after the bell, that wouldn't make sense on its own. So you write your sentence, you figure out where your independent clause is, put a comma there to separate the independent clause from the other bit of the sentence. In this case, this one down here, it was quite hot outside, so Taina was glad to get back inside a cool classroom. This is the independent clause. It was quite hot outside. Then you tag this bit onto the end of it. So Taina was glad to get back inside a cool classroom. You put a comma to separate the independent clause from the other part of the sentence. In this situation, the independent clause is in the beginning of the sentence, and in the first example, it was at the end of the sentence. So when you write your sentences, you can mix up the rhythm of your writing by figuring out where am I going to put the independent clause in my sentence. Will it go at the end of my sentence, or will it go in the beginning of my sentence? Whatever you do, please separate your independent clause and the other part of the sentence with a comma. Okay, we'll do that in the exercises, so could you please download the comma sheet from resources, comma sheet number 1, complete the tasks, and then we'll mark the work together.